Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Yes, today is Wednesday, and I don't know, we haven't done it in a while, but spooky animation. But let's start with greetings before we get into the title. Hello, my name is Daniel. I host your
guy in the chair.
And today we're watching a scary safari horror story. So let's get ready to sit back and enjoy. So enjoy.
It was a beautiful day in August. My family and I had just finished packing for our trip. We were bored and hadn't planned to do anything because our trip was in a couple of days. So we all decided to go to the safari zoo place because it was only an hour drive and a great way to kill time. When we got there and we noticed that there were a bunch of people at the zoo, my family could get impatient of this, so we asked the receptionist if there was anything we could do that wasn't too busy. Lucky for us, there were private tours. They were a bit expensive, but the lady assured us that the tour guides were highly educated and great at their job. We were given animal food and introduced to our private tour guide. When we first saw our tour guide, we noticed he was a little off. He had a weird lisp, didn't speak very much English, and had a really bad lazy eye. When my dad first tried to greet him, he ignored my dad and gestured us to one of the safari minivans. We were a little taken aback, but didn't think anything of it. Once we got into the van, we noticed that there was a bad smell and a bunch of animal food on the floor. He started driving before we could get our seatbelts on. We first passed by lions and hyenas. It was all really cool. There were also a bunch of vans and tour buses behind and in front of us that were taking all the attention of the animals. Out of the blue, the tour guide turned onto a trail that no other buses or vans were going on. My dad got a little suspicious and asked the tour guide where we were going. The tour guide replied with elephants, shortly because once again he didn't know English very well. Well, we really wanted to see the elephants at that time, so we all got excited. After a good 10 minutes of driving, we noticed that we had seen no animals and no other tour guides, just a never-ending forest. My mom, who was paranoia, was getting worried and repeatedly asked the tour guide where he was going. But then he never answered. All of a sudden, he stopped the car and said he had to get something from the back of his car. My dad was getting red flags and watched him from the rearview mirror. And then, my dad hopped into the driver's seat, locked all the doors immediately, and pressed the accelerator to the floor. With a fearful face that I've never seen before like that, we were all slammed into the backs of our seats. "What's going on?" my mom yelled. "I saw him holding an axe," my dad yelled back. We made it back to the safari and to the receptionist. We explained the whole situation and she called the police. They had a long search and finally he got caught after a few hours. We got a full refund and later found out that our tour guide didn't even work at the safari but used a fake ID. And had history linked with murder, kidnapping, and other crimes we won't mention. We also found out the reason that the car smelled so bad was because the tour guide admitted to killing multiple safari animals and taking them home. To this day, I still wonder what would have happened if my dad didn't look in the rearview mirror when the tour guide stopped the car.
Hey guys, I hope y'all heard with that. You gotta be careful with taking tours. That guy did right. He fake ID everything and hijacked the whole tour. It's like, It's a good thing the dad looked out for the family in the rearview mirror and said, "Axe!" and drove off. Yeah, that's smart on his part. I was getting a bad stranger danger feeling from him from the get-go, but who knows? That's just that guy. They got to do a better job of checking their civilians or whatever. But I hope you liked what you saw. You want to see more of this? But don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Why did I do that? I haven't done it yet, but I hope you had an awesome night and the rest of the day really well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.